Hi, I'm Steve Broughton with Ontario Christian Church, and this is your midweek encouragement. So here we are in the first week of Advent, and we've been focusing on hope. And I think it's important for us to kind of back up a little bit and remind ourselves that during the season of Advent, as we await the coming of the King, that we have to have hope. Like we have to have something to shoot for, to aim for, to look at in the horizon of our life and say there's something greater than us that we are looking forward to, and that's the return of Christ. But in the meantime, He is still the King on the throne, and He's given us a task to glorify Him in the midst of this world while He leaves us here to live. But if you're like me at all, oftentimes what I find within myself is that my mind gets taken captive by the worries of this world. And instead of having hope, I have despair. And so as I was thinking about what does it mean to live in despair, I consider the fact that as I live in despair, I lose hope. Like I lose the picture of the horizon of hope that says there's something greater than what I'm experiencing now, that God is calling us through, not just to suffer in. David says this in Psalm 42. He says, "As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before Him? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, 'Where is your God?'" These things I remember as I pour out my soul to Him, how I would go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude keeping festival. Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise Him, my salvation and my God. I mean, David in this instance is reminding us that we have to have soul talk sometimes. We have to back away from the scenarios and situations of life long enough to remind ourselves of the goodness of God and remind ourselves of how faithful He has been, and to remember how we could rejoice during certain seasons of our life and to recall that to memory. And sometimes we just need to stop and remind ourselves that God is a faithful God. And even in the midst of my despair, He's been faithful in the past, He'll be faithful in the present, and He's going to return in the future. So I just wanted to stop just for a moment and remind you, just like David did in this moment, he says, listen, I will remind my soul. Why are you in turmoil? And we say to ourselves, God, I want to remind my soul that you've been faithful. So as we are looking at Advent and the first week of hope, I would ask that you consider God's faithfulness of your narrative, of your story, of your life, and remind your soul of God's goodness through all the things that you've gone through. God bless. Can't wait to worship with you Sunday.